Hi everyone, so in this video we're doing some dramatic liner. All of the focus is really on the eyes. We have dramatic lashes, dramatic liner, and then a bright red lip. So the focus is really on the eyes. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm starting with an oldie but a goodie Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. This is a must for me because I have oily skin, including my eyelids. My eyelids are even oily, which is cray. Moving on, I'm going to use my NYX white eyeshadow base. And I did this to use it as a base because I really wanted the eyeshadows to pop and I wanted them to be the center of attention. So you can see this is pretty white, like stark white. So I'm starting with this, putting this all over the lids. Now I'm going into my Wet n Wild eyeshadow palette and I'm using that beige shadow. And I'm just putting that all on top of that white shadow, and I did not realize like how white this is. You see me, I'm like, oh god, it's like really white. So I'm like, okay, let's tone it down a little. So I'm using my MAC eyeshadow. It's a beige shadow. Boyfriend, he knew he was walking into the camera. He's doing a little dance for you guys. So I'm putting this MAC eyeshadow on top of the Wet n Wild shadow, and it ended up just looking like clumpy. And then here comes the boyfriend again, going to the kitchen. It ended up just looking clumpy and bad, and I just was not happy. You see, I'm using my finger to try to smooth it out. I'm just like, no, it's not working. So the reality of it is I took it off and I started over. I wasn't going to show you guys this, but this is what happens, you know, just like real life. Sometimes you do some makeup, you don't like it, you start over. So I decided, you know what, let's just use that beige shadow from MAC. I can't remember the name of it. I'll put it down below. And I just put that as my lid color because the other two colors together, they were just too stark white. It was just too bright and it was not the look I was going for. And also the consistency was just too clumpy. I don't know how to describe it. It literally looked like cracked clay. Like it did not blend well. So you got to start over, so you got to start over. So that's what I'm doing here. So I'm just putting that all over the lid, and you see I'm taking my time to really just pack that all over the lid, and I'm just using a flat shadow brush. Alright, now that we've got that all on, I'm going to just use a brown shadow in the crease. I'm sorry I didn't show it to you. I believe I just used MAC's Brown Script, I believe. I'll link it down below. I'm using my Morphe brush just to blend that in. I'm not doing too much in the crease because the main star of the show is the liner. I'm using the e.l.f. Creamy Liner. Now I have to say, if you're going to do a dramatic liner look, probably don't use this one because like the name says, it is really creamy, so it moves very easily. And if you're doing something really dramatic, it's really easy to make a mistake just because it's so creamy. So I suggest using something a little more stiff like the NYX gel liner. It's a little harder. It won't move as easy. So what I'm doing is I'm winging it out. I am really winging it out, as you can see. Like the tip of the wing goes to the tip of my eyebrow. This is some dramatic liner. Probably not something you want to wear in the daytime. I did. You can do whatever you want. I would wear it in the day, morning, night. I don't care. But I think most people would probably just wear this in the evening. So I'm winging it way out. And you can see I'm leaving the inside of the wing blank for now because I'm going to go in. I'm going to take a makeup wipe. I'm just going to clean up the edges. This is real life, folks. This is how I do it. No editing this out today. Now I'm going to go in and fill in that wing. So I'm filling it in pretty heavy, making it really dark because on the inner corner of the wing, I'm going to make like a circular shape to kind of make it look cool. So instead of just having it be filled in, it's going to be filled in a circular shape. I'm not sure what I'm staring at there. I think I'm actually looking at the liner to make sure it's how I want it. So what I'm doing to create the circular shape is you see how I'm turning my brush in and I'm turning my brush out. I'm actually turning my brush in the shape of a circle on that inner part of the eye. Hopefully you can see what I mean. So you see I'm turning it to the right, I'm turning it to the left, and I'm just carving out that circular shape that I want just to give it a cool look. And then you go in and you do the other eye, and I think you can see a little better on that eye what I mean when I say I'm making a circular shape. Once you've got that all filled in, you do your mascara. I'm so sad. I just ran out of my Tarte mascara. I love this mascara. Popped on my mascara, popped on my lashes. These are Ardell. I love those. Moving on to the face, I'm priming with my Cover FX primer. I highly recommend this primer if you have oily, acne-prone skin. It's great. You see I'm reading the ingredients. It has salicylic acid, which is great for breakouts. For foundation, I'm using my Maybelline Matte and Poreless Foundation and my e.l.f. brush, and I'm just packing that all over the face. Alright, now that foundation is done, concealer, I'm using my LA Pro Girl concealer. I love this concealer. It's high coverage, thick, it's awesome. I put it underneath both of my eyes, and then I put some on the, oh my gosh, having a brain fart. I put some on my forehead and down the bridge of my nose, and I'm using my beauty blender to blend it out. Now I'm going to bake the face. I'm using my Ben Nye powder. Baking the face, as you can see, just means you put the powder on and you let it sit on your face. I got so excited with powder, I got some on my top. That's all good. Contouring the nose. I don't usually contour my entire face, just my nose. So I contoured my nose, and then it was time to blend out the powder after we baked the face, meaning let it sit on the face so that your concealer does not move. Take your time, blend away. I'm using my Sonia Kashuk brush. I love to use that to blend out everything. And then I go back in with my foundation brush, just on the edges of where I put that powder and concealer, just to make sure that everything is nicely blended. Moving on, I'm using the Milani blush. I was looking at my boyfriend there. He kept interrupting me and talking. I'm not one of those people that like gets nervous about filming in front of people. I don't care. Like my mom's come over and seen me film. Coco watches me. Moving on to highlight, I'm using my Becca highlighter. I can't remember the name. I think this one is Topaz. I'm just putting that on the high points of the cheekbones and the chin and the forehead to add a little sheen. I love this highlighter. The star of the show, I love this red lip. It's Spotlight Red by Wet n Wild, $2. Link it down below. Definitely check it out. It looks great on all skin tones. Brown, black, green, blue. So now I wanted to try to use the bandana to just make it match the lipstick, and I just was not able to figure it out. Like, it was just showing in the back. It wouldn't lay down. So I was just like, oh man, I'm just going to not do it. I'll figure it out next time. This is the finished look. Dramatic liner, red lip. Hope you enjoy, and I'll see you soon. Bye.